Absolutely not.
What did you think of? Sorry.
No, you know, it's a really good feeling to show up, obviously, every single day when we show up, and regardless of the circumstance, the opponent, location, we expect to win, and we're doing that. And tonight, Hyun-Jin set the tone, and from the first pitch to his 90th pitch or whatever it was at the end, was very aggressive, and we talk about that a lot. From the first pitch, having that conviction and attacking the strike zone, which he did all night with his entire mix. He was effective, and he was going at guys. And outside of the one hard hit ball off the bat of d'Arnaud, there was a lot of soft contact and 8 strikeouts.
I know you expected this sort of thing, but how impressed were you with how Maeda and Ryu responded to Darvish joining the team, and their first 2 starts out both for 7 scores?
It's actually not surprising in the sense that they see what we have in the clubhouse, and they know what they're capable of. And when the organization, when we've done what we've done as an organization, and then to make those acquisitions, obviously those guys wanted to step their games up even more. And I think it extends beyond Kenta, who's obviously excited to have you here, but Ryu as well, and our other 3 starters. So I think that these guys are doing a lot of great things, and you see the offense and the defense involved. They're where they're supposed to be on the field, and there's a play Logan made today going to his left, really good play. And when you have the tempo that Hyun-Jin had today, it keeps everybody involved.
Do you think for Justin that it's been a few years, but does he get anything extra of coming to New York and playing well?
I don't think so. I think that he's couldn't be happy to be a Dodger, and I think that he enjoyed, and he's told me many times he enjoyed his time in New York. But to come back to a place you played, obviously you want to play well. But I think for him it doesn't really matter. He's kind of has that focus all the time.
How important is it for you to see him getting the ball in the air again after kind of being on the ground for?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good, and that's something that he knew. He was just a click off, and even balls that some balls he was coming out of the strike zone. Other balls, he was just a tick late and missing some pitches. But, the last couple nights, he's getting really close and obviously got some hits to show for it.
Barnes going to get an x-ray?
He is going to get an x-ray tonight. So, in talking to him and the trainers, he felt he can get through it. And if it was something, it was kind of per tolerance. So we wanted to get through it and get the x-ray tonight.
Dave, if you that overall hit through 7 innings, will you give him chance to make a record like a no-hitter or something?
Jay, I'm not sure. Obviously, I like history. I think the last start, he threw 85 pitches, and so how far beyond that we would have let him go, I'm not sure. But I guess I can look back and be grateful that d'Arnaud got a hit, so I don't have to worry about that.
How much did overturned clutch stealing change things?
It was a big play. It was a big play, and John Pratt, our video coordinator, was on it, and we depend on him a lot. So that was something that was really close, and so you get that 3rd out potentially, and then now you get Cody, who had 2 strikes at that point in time, and keep going and earn a walk, and then you get Logan to get that hit after the stolen base, a double steal. So, actually, you could say that's probably the turning point of the game.
Bellinger's 32 home runs have come in the 7th inning or later. Anything behind that?
It's the pulse, the head, and I think that where obviously games can be won early, but when you're looking at 7th inning and beyond, that's more matchup based, and so now you're bringing left-handers into the equation, and also back-end relievers, and so for Cody to do a lot of his damage like that. Bill, that says a lot about this young man.
On Barnes, was it more the wrist or the knuckles?
It was more the knuckle. Yeah.
What does it say for this team when you're getting, obviously, we all know how good Clayton can be when he's healthy and how good you is, but when you got the last 5 times out of Ryu, I think it's like, 5 runs allowed in the last 5 starts. What does it say for you guys when you're getting that kind of performance for your depth starting rotation?
I think that these guys are very good competitors, and Ryu's pitched well in the big leagues, and now he's healthy, and he's confident. And you know, each day these guys, I think that you know some of those best staffs that we've seen all throughout history is that these guys feed off one another. They compete with their opponents, but they also compete, you know, between themselves. And so, as we talk about, each day starting pitcher is kind of the heartbeat or the pulse of each game. You know, they're kind of playing off each other. It's fun to watch.